Alright, I'm streaming now. Huh? Yeah. Sure. No one on my stream yet though. It'll give me a little bit. Gives me a shitty frame rate if I do it that way. Yeah, it should. Actually, let me take this out. Testing. Yeah, my mic should work. Yeah. Oh, we have one viewer. Yeah. Okay. What are the team names again?
I mean, I told my stream.
Oh. Okay. Wait. It says off viewers offline. But we clearly have someone here. I'm streaming. It should be working. Working? Alright. Okay. What are the team names? Whatever, I'll just leave my stupid title for now. Okay. So far the teams are relatively even. Score is 3-3, a 700 gold lead in favor of red team. But it's still a little early for too much to be said. In terms of team comps, I'm more inclined to say that red team has the stronger late game. GP and Tristana both scale extremely well, and then Lulu is probably the best sort of supporty mid laner you could have for a hyper carry. Nightcrawler looks like he might get collapsed on by Lulu, but Lulu actually didn't have a ward there, so is walking in completely blind. Alistar walks right over that pink ward and doesn't notice. Let's see if he just wants to go back and get it later, or oh, I think he just didn't see it. Speedy Turtle on the Kennen support. This is a pretty great pick, I'd say. It's not seen too often, other than I guess it's getting a little bit of popularity in Worlds right now. Lista going pretty hard on this Tristana, however she does have the minion wave going against her. And then Kennen comes in for the collapse, but in comes a TP from blue team. Ooh! And a great play from Alistar saving Tristana there. Vi coming in just a step too late. This could be a play for Dragon. Gangplank does not have his teleport, so this is a 4v5 if red team opts to fight for it. Also, blue team has a great method at securing Dragon because they have the Callista Rend as well as the Smite. And Dragon goes over to blue team with little fight, and not much. Oh, Nightcrawler goes in on Alistar. I'm not sure if that's the target that you really want to focus, but the rest of the team ran away. I guess they were cognizant that it was 4v5. Blue team's now going over for a steal on the blue buff, and really early smite from Rek'Sai. That's kind of an odd play. Guess they're expecting a little more burst. Callista opts to go for a cutlass and a recurve bow, but no boots. I find that a little odd since her jump scales purely with tier. And meanwhile, Gangplank's been unchecked top lane. The Ziggs ult comes in to stop him temporarily, but this will be That'll probably be another tower in favor of Gangplank, so trading a tower for Dragon. Oh no, he opts to walk away. So Rek'Sai has gone for a much tankier build, opting for a Cinder Hulk and a Sightstone, whereas Vi has opted to go for the Warriors. So it's kind of up to Renekton to tank for the blue team. Kennen, for the most part, will not end up being all that tanky. And against a Gangplank and a Tristana, it's actually really important to have the proper tank line in order to survive these team fights. So this will probably be a tower for red team. I don't see... Oh, no. Or they can recall too. It was 2v1, and in a situation like that, Kalista actually doesn't have much of any ability to save the tower. Alistar could easily tower dive with ult, and it'd just be a free 2v1, probably followed up by the tower. Alistar meets Kennen in the jungle, but not much has happened. That blue ward is blue team pink ward is still up. I believe Vi was spotted out by that by that ward. So I guess. Oh, and Kennen is caught deep inside the jungle, but nothing happens. Right side cleans out the ward that was placed. So far the game is kind of at a lull. Each team is just farming out or pushing out lanes, but not exactly looking to fight. This is a pretty big minion wave that Gangplank is opting to fight in. I guess he's fairly confident that he can win this fight. This is interesting. Rek'Sai has opted to go for Sightstone and has bought 2 additional green wards alongside that. It's a pretty heavy focus on vision control. And even though they have that many wards, the majority of them are actually on their own side. Oh, the knockup misses, and Rek'Sai is forced to just walk away. Vi charges up her Vault Breaker, not much happened, but Vi has also opted for a Sightstone. Both teams have double Sightstone. I guess this shows how vision-oriented these games are. Ooh, and the crit comes off. Slicing Maelstrom goes down, and I think that was a missed flash from Kennen. Renekton's about to go down on the flash, but it doesn't matter. The Ignite picks him up. Ganked by Mom gets exhausted. Alistar's looking for that Pulverize. Maybe the Headbutt Pulverize combo. And he flashes, and Ganked by Mom flashes in response. Vi gets caught out, but just Vault Breakers away. And Tristana is left to push this bot tower completely for free. This may or may not be another tower. Kalista is on the way, but this is some pretty great damage on this bot wave, or bot lane that's already missing so much. Whereas red team has only taken significant damage to their top lane tower and is only down 1 tower. This mid lane siege will probably come to an end relatively quickly. And Alistar gets caught out, and the ult goes onto Lulu, and Lulu is down. And down goes Alistar as well. And Tristana Explosive, or whatever her E is called. Explosive Charge takes out Vi. TP coming in. Gangplank. I guess they just want to make... And he's going in to fight. This is quite the ballsy move. I don't think they have the advantage here. Kennen seems to be going on a secret mission to clean out wards. Another pink ward. Ew. And he actually sees it this time and cleans it out. That pink ward for blue team still there. Sieging against a Ziggs is just so ridiculously hard. However, because Ziggs opted to go for the Morellonomicon and not the Athenes, it is possible for him to run out of mana. And then once Ziggs is out of mana, they actually don't have the best wave clear. Vi smites down the Gangplank and looks for a fight, but backs off after seeing Alistar. Should be a relatively clean dragon for red team. It actually goes over to Alistar. Another missed smite, this time by 64 health.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
Vi puts down a pink ward and spots out some more vision. Vision denial. Oh, and the pause. Hold up a sec. Wow, 21 viewers. This is like the most viewers I've ever had. But then again, I don't exactly stream ever. Let's go through a quick rundown of these matchups. So Renekton is down in terms of CS against Gangplank by a pretty fair margin, and Gangplank's actually had more pressure from sieging towers, and although he doesn't seem to be making as many teleport plays, at least to the bot lane, he's still keeping up in assists, probably from his ultimates. And in the end, Gangplank scales quite a deal harder, so I feel like top lane is definitely in red side's favor. In terms of jungle, Vi late game has a pretty good amount of damage, especially with that Warriors, but if she gets blown up by the Tristana or the Gangplank, or the Lulu actually, because Lulu does end up having a pretty hefty amount of damage, that could be an issue. Whereas Rek'Sai is doing quite well for herself with a score of 3-0-3 and a good amount in tank stats, still sitting on 2 green wards. It's a little odd. I feel like they would have sold or placed them by now. But that's okay. It's good to see that both teams have their junglers and supports on scanners already. In the mid lane, both are relatively evenly matched. Ziggs is ahead in CS. They both have Morellonomicon and are sitting on an Amp Tome. However, Ziggs doesn't have level 2 boots yet, but that's not really too big of an issue. In terms of AD carries, Tristana's up by a good amount of CS and already has finished the Infinity Edge. The Infinity Edge is considerably stronger than the Blade of the Ruined King, and I actually don't think Blade of the Ruined King is actually a good item in this matchup. The percentage health shred is useful against Rek'Sai, I guess, but in the end, the lifesteal from Bloodthirster is much more important, especially when Alistar will be the main person engaging. Against an Alistar, Blade doesn't really help since he has that ultimate damage reduction. Ooh, a nice crit and a shit ton of gold. Red team looks to be sieging mid lane, and the TP comes in from Gank by Mom. He isn't quite strong enough to kill the entire backline with 1 Q. Forced to use 2 spells instead of 1 to clear. More of a vision fight. Alistar seems a little timid to commit to killing this ward, and he actually opts to back off due to too much pressure being on that side of the map. Rek'Sai farm alarm takes her down to the chickens, or the raptors. A lot of focus seems to be around this mid lane. Renekton's currently pushing top lane, and he doesn't have TP, so this is the time for red team to look for a play. When is this dragon spawning? Dragon was last taken 1829, so dragon will be up in 2429, so it's still quite a while to go. Whereas Baron will spawn right now, and oh, there we go. Aw, dang, too late. Yep, I don't cast very often. Bangkok Titan's Flare. Interesting. Rek'Sai opts to take the red buff for herself instead of giving it over to Tristana. And in general, looks like these teams don't really want to fight. They're just sending one person off to a side lane to farm, 3 people to just siege. This is a good zone from Alistar. This should be the tower for free. I actually would have put that explosive charge on the tower to get the tower, but they opt to go for the damage on Callista instead. Renekton looks to be trying to stop Gangplank's push, maybe might want to fight. Gangplank instead opts to back off, but he might stay in the bush and try to set up a trap and fight this. Meanwhile, mid lane, it is a 4v4. Rek'Sai's looking to take this scuttle, and they see that Tristana is low and walking away due to this ward. This is the chance for blue team to engage. A simple Vi ultimate onto Lulu would probably be enough. And it goes back to the farm war. Both teams a little too timid to make an aggressive play on the other one. I guess in these tournaments where it's best of one, people don't exactly want to be the first one to make the mistake, so they'd rather play defensively the entire time and let the late game team fight play out. However, red team has the stronger late game, so I feel like blue team really needs to be forcing these fights right now. Rek'Sai tunneled through to the Baron pit, maybe looking for a flank on mid, or just getting some more deep vision with the Draven ward. Renekton is still hiding down bot lane pushing, but he has teleport up this time, and so does Gangplank. It looks like these top laners are just keep looking for these opposite side lanes to keep shoving and hope for more pressure that way. Okay, looks like Renekton wants to group down mid. This is blue team's chance for a fight, and hopefully the Gangplank will be late, and no! He just goes for the teleport top lane to stop it. Now Gangplank does have the teleport advantage, and he already has a slightly better advantage of his global ultimate. This should be the time for one of these teams to fight, but instead they just keep wave clearing and stalling mid lane. And another person has walked by this blue ward. I don't think Tristana walked in the bush, but this blue team pink ward still alive. Gangplank doesn't realize he's standing on a ward. Interesting barrel placement. It doesn't connect the lines. Tristana clears out the bot wave. While sitting on the Avarice Blade, it's not exactly going to pay itself off anytime soon, but blue team does need a little more in terms of wave clear. I guess Gangplank barrels usually can be enough, but since the cooldown recharge on them is fairly high, you probably do want to save them for the team fight rather than the clear. Tristana has not swapped over to the blue trinket yet. I guess they aren't exactly scared of face checking, since their team does have a relatively sturdy front line, and Gangplank barrels do give vision.
Come back strong.
Not much action happening at the moment. Ooh, Gangplank goes for the Youmuu's Ghost Blade, and then a Spectre's Cow. So he's actually going to delay his Infinity Edge for quite a while. I guess he's going to value survivability in these team fights. I guess he feels threatened by the Ziggs AoE. Dragon's about to spawn. Red team does have scuttle control, but only for a little second longer. Blue team is positioned in the pit. That's not necessarily a good thing. These barrels are great zoning tools, but blue team's pink gets cleaned out. These teams really are looking for a fight right now. Alistar's in a good spot to get a pretty decent engage, but instead he opts for the one-man. Vi ults onto Tristana. Tristana jumps out and survives, and he didn't come to the resets. Tristana should be looking to jump. No, Tristana looks to back off instead. Up top lane, the massive Ren stack takes down. Oh, doesn't take down Alistar. He opts to flash out instead. Looking for the kite plays. They're too low to really commit. The Gangplank bear. Ooh, the crit almost kills Callista, but Callista uses the Blade of the Ruined King and backs off. If this knockup hits, that should be the end of Callista. No! Callista. Ooh. And the parlay comes in and ends her. Red team has a good chance to barrel down mid and probably take Dragon afterwards. The respawn timers are roughly 20 seconds. Vi and Kennen are up. Okay, they opt to get for 2 towers instead. Maybe they'll rotate the dragon afterwards. It looks like that seems to be the plan. This might be a bad idea. Ziggs does have teleport, and Vi will be there in just a second, and they do instead back off. This should be blue team's chance to rush it. They did have wards and did see that they recalled. They should just rush this Baron, this dragon as fast as possible. If they gain deeper vision, they would also see that the blue buff is up and take that as well. I don't see red team having any chance of stealing this other than a stray Gangplank ult, but I don't think that's worth it. Actually, Gangplank ult is... okay, now it's up, so that wouldn't have even done it. So dragon number 2 goes over to blue team. Red team has 1 dragon. And the catch on the Gangplank, you can't orange out of the ult, and he should surely be dead now. Speedy Turtle has a good catch, however he doesn't have the stun up, and stunning Alistar isn't that helpful, and Lulu with the glitter lance completely stifles their engage. Oh, Vi went for the flash, but poorly timed, and what the? Rek'Sai opts to go in. There should be a dead Rek'Sai. No! The Lulu ult saves Rek'Sai. Twista's going ham, trying to stack, and ooh, the Ludens almost takes out Lulu, but not enough. The Bangkok Titan Flare again. Both teams taken really low with no casualty, or I guess Gangplank died, but no casualties on the blue side, so a good 1-for-0 pick there. However, red team is quite far ahead in gold with a 7k gold lead. I believe it's mostly from this Gangplank. You have Gangplank sitting on 11.8 thousand gold. No one else has surpassed 10,000 yet. Kennen finished the Seeker's Arm Guard and then sitting on a Giant spell. I'm thinking they'll likely turn into a Rylai's. And then also got the Distortion Enchantment for the flash plays. And Alistar decides to get the Randuin, or get the Warden's Mail, which means he won't be getting Zeke's Harbinger anytime soon. A catch onto Alistar. He hasn't used his ultimate yet. He actually is taking a fair amount of damage, but they don't commit to it after hearing the farm alarm. Oh, that pink ward was finally taken. I didn't notice. A decent amount of damage coming off of the Gangplank barrels. So far, only magic resist for Gangplank. But then again, that's the only thing he really has to worry about, at least from how far back Gangplanks usually play with the barrel stacks. And a double barrel stack there. Barrels do not stack in terms of damage. So Lulu goes for the Rabadons here. In general, since her utility and her shields come from an AP scaling, Rabadons is usually more useful than other AP items. Whereas Ziggs is going for damage and not exactly utility, and spams spells quite often, so the Ludens helps quite a bit in the wave clear. And Rek'Sai has a pretty decent flank, but unbarrels early. And Vi just takes a couple of hits. Ooh, in comes the Kennen. Kennen gets the stun, but stun's just a little too early, and Rek'Sai tunnels away for free. Scuttle should go over to red team. The next dragon will be spawning at 33 minutes and 32 seconds. Clearing out some wards. Hopefully they can go forward and take this. Oh, but Speedy Turtle's there. Ooh, those gold stacks, and a decent amount of damage. Look at these wards. This ward's covering the river from both teams, so this is pretty great vision. Looks, ooh, good amount of poke, and Tristana's forced to jump out. It looks like Rek'Sai will be building a Thorn Mail next. And Tristana is still sitting on the warding trinket. Looked like Renekton there was trying to kill the barrel, and he does, and a little bit of a laugh there. Oh, and he gets it again. He gets both of them. 20 gold. Oh, and then they catch Vi. This should be a dead Vi. Vi missed her Vault Breaker over the wall, and she survives. And the Gangplank ult comes to finish her off.
How they try.
So, blue team is down one player right now. However, this Ziggs wave clear prevents them from pushing anything. They're rotating up to this top lane where it's a little harder to stop the siege, but I still don't see them getting anything here since Ziggs can just continually clear these waves. Oh, they end up getting the tower. And Alistar looks for the flash engage. The pulverized combo lands, and then also another flash from Rek'Sai knocks everyone up. Kennen ult comes out, but not much to do there. Vi still has an ult. They could look for a re-engage. Farm alarm sounds out that Rek'Sai has left the area, so Renekton notices this and then goes in. And ult onto Tristana. Tristana jumps away, however, Speedy Turtle is there. He misses the Q, so the stun will not go off. He flashes out to Tristana. Auto attack after another missed Q. But he backs away just in time to deny Tristana the reset and the jump. And it looks like there's going to be a Baron play from blue team. And red team looks for the consolation prize of Dragon. Or they may not even know that this Baron play is going on. They actually do not have any vision at the moment. Ziggs TP's back in to help finish up the Baron. Not sure how necessary that was, but still good. Gangplank has finished his Infinity Edge. He's gonna start hurting quite a bit more as Rek'Sai looks to finish off the dragon. So both teams have 2 dragons, but red team is up 5 towers to 2. Can. Oh. Tristana is using the warding trinket to safely split push. Ooh, a 1.1k crit from these barrels. Gangplank is really going to start doing a number and a premature ultimate from Renekton. Not sure if that's an accident or just if they wanted to have the other team be scared and back off. I guess they also did realize that Tristana is missing, so this is their chance to barrel down mid lane and take another tower. There's still a little bit of time until Tristana can show up. She doesn't have home guards. She opts for Fearer boots instead. But both teams are still scared to engage. It's very dangerous to engage on an Alistar and Lulu since they have so many tools to peel for their team. And Rek'Sai's somewhat zoned off to the side. They're getting some decent damage on this tower, and Lulu's actually taking it. Oh, Lulu might die, and then Lulu has to pop the ultimate on herself to save herself. The blue team had a pretty decent push. They've made and a missed satchel charge from Ziggs. But he manages. He's gonna clear out the tunnel. Let's see if he notices this pink ward. Oh, he does, and he starts taking out the pink ward. Oh, the other team notices, and he's actually gonna back off. He doesn't have satchel charge to place inside the bush to use his vision. Tristana goes for the catch, but this damage is really high. Tristana just barely survives, and the Q snipe from Speedy Turtle kills Tristana. Zhonya's will help save him for just a little bit, but he should go down in any second now. One parlay, or just actually just an auto attack. Gangplank is sitting fairly pretty on 300 farm, with Tristana not too far behind. Looks like red team is looking to siege this bot tower. However, their minions are quite far away. Ziggs and Kennen are down, so their wave clear is missing. So they should be able to handle these minions without a problem. Gangplank's barrel placement is not exactly working too well, as Renekton's able to just kill these barrels before they're able to clear these minions. And at this point, Ziggs is actually back up again, and red team is forced to back out. If that Gangplank barrel was placed properly, that could have been the minion wave completely killed and at least a bit of damage on that tower. Tristana goes back top lane to soak up this enormous wave. Afterwards, Tristana should surely have this Bloodthirster. Or actually, not quite. Kennen playing with fire, harassing against two champions at the same time, looking to get this pink ward, and he gets it. Alistar goes for the headbutt, and then walks away, shielded by Lulu. Witherlance catches Kennen and does a fair amount of damage as they trade. Tristana is sitting on a null magic mantle. Let's see what that turns into when she recalls. A Spectre's Cowl. Looks like Tristana might be going for the Banshee's Veil, or the Spirit Visage might not be terrible, but she doesn't have Bloodthirster yet, so probably not. Most likely the Banshee's Veil. It looks like Kallista's going for the Bloodthirster now after building the Blade, Runons, and Last Whisper. Kennen's looking to finish the Rylai's and still sitting on a level 1 Spell Thieves, which I think is usually the right choice. Oftentimes you don't get much of any reward from upgrading Spell Thieves. Alistar going in deep on the blue side, trying to get some deep wards. They might actually be able to collapse on him fairly well. Kennen is looking for the flank and decides to back off as they know Tristana will come for the rendezvous. Both teams have both teleports up, so some sort of 1-3-1 split push play could be an option. Both teams facing down mid, no one looking to engage the fight. Instead, they're all waiting for the other team to make the mistake. Rek'Sai Prey Seeker pops the Banshees on Vi. Ooh, a good barrel from Gangplank brings Kennen down to half health. Should make it extremely hard for Kennen to engage. Red team probably looks to want to fight right now. Dragon has spawned, and red team has a good control of the pit. Kennen is too low to really engage unless he flashes over the wall and then Zanya's. Kennen is recalling, and they weren't able to spot out, and he cancels the recall. Looks like they do want to fight. Kalista does use the ult onto Kennen. Kennen falls in and uses the Zhonya's immediately. Tristana is completely untouched on the outside of this fight. At the same time, Alistar is single-handedly zoning 3 of their team and going to kill the Kennen. He'll surely fall, but at the same time, ooh, Renekton gets blasted back, ooh, and the flashy plays from both sides, and in the end, Renekton falls. And the steal from Ziggs, what a well-timed Q. And Rek'Sai did have smite for that moment, so that's just simply a completely missed smite. I guess they wanted to save the smite for the Baron. Ziggs does have teleport, but they don't have any vision on the area, so he's likely not going to do anything, and his ultimate isn't up, and Baron goes over to red team. Rek'Sai's handing over this red buff to Tristana. And Tristana went for a pink ward trinket. I'm a little surprised to see that Ziggs doesn't have a Morelos yet. Pretty much everyone on the enemy team has magic resist. In some form other than Alistar. And I guess Lulu. With this Baron, red team should be looking to group somewhere and take a tower. The easiest tower would be this bot tower that's completely exposed. It's a lot harder to siege a tower in a choke point against the Ziggs. But out in the open like this, you have the potential for Alistar to come in from the side and zone because of the threat of a dive from the side. Instead, it looks like they're just going to go with a 4-1 split push. Blue team decides that this mid inhibitor turret is much more important, which it is, and they're going to let Gangplank get the bot tower for free. Both teams still have teleport on both sides. Blue team pushes up a little bit knowing that Gangplank isn't there, however they aren't able to do anything. Gangplank gets this bot tower and sends Renekton bot lane. These Baron minions are doing quite a toll on these towers. There's a very large wave building up topside for blue team, so eventually someone from red team's gonna have to go answer that. Either a Gangplank ult, or someone's gonna have to recall or teleport for it. These Ziggs bombs are doing quite a bit of damage, and the shield actually comes in too late to do anything other than shield the Ludens. Tristana's able to get 3 hits of an explosive charge on the tower. Maybe 1 or 2 more waves and it should go down. Or no, they're just gonna tank it. The Ziggs ult comes in, but Lulu nicely shields Tristana and keeps her full on health. The engage from Alistar and the Gangplank ult. 3 crits onto ooh, and then the ult. That'd be enough to kill, and not enough. Kalista ends up having to, or just ends up walking away actually cleanly without needing to use any summoners. Rek'Sai ults to the top lane. Clear these minions. This is blue team's chance to engage. It'd be a 4v5. Blue team's looking for a collapse, but they aren't able to do anything yet. Vi still sitting on a flash ultimate. Flashes forward, ultimates the Alistar. I guess that was the only target that was in range. The team is confused as to who to focus because Tristana's on the side. Tristana's coming around from the back. This might be a bad idea. Kalista uses heal to help them catch up, and Lulu goes down to Vi. All the meanwhile, Rek'Sai farming top lane. Not sure where Tristana plans to be going. I guess Tristana wanted to check to see if that blue buff was up, and instead he's going to take the Grom. This is probably the tankiest Gangplank build I've seen, opting for 2 defensive items instead of stacking some Infinity Edges or getting some more damage. And he also decided to go for the Ninja Tabi rather than the cooldown boots. Bloodthirster has been finished up on Kalista, so this will make her quite survivable in teamfights. However, if her target selection stays on focusing Alistar, who's somehow able to zone 3 of their team, she's not going to be much help. She has to instead walk around the Alistar without, I guess, after the combo is down, and then do some damage to either Gangplank or Rek'Sai. Both teams just dancing around this mid lane. Red team's looking to secure some more vision bot lane as Dragon's about to spawn in 40 seconds. Clean out 2 pink wards and a double ward there, maybe just a little bit of miscommunication. Speedy Turtle sitting on the side, possibly looking for a flank, but he himself might be the one getting caught instead. Quickly dashes away, but Rek'Sai does have vision Looks like opts a tunnel in, and they do have a surround on this Kennen. This should be a dead Kennen. A huge crits come out, and Renekton is teleporting in to try to save him, but he still dies in the end. Lulu ult comes out on Tristana. Tristana, once again, beautiful positioning, staying completely alive in all of these fights. Whereas Kalista is forced to attack this Alistar, sitting on so many spikes, but his passive on ultimate just makes him impossible to kill as red team comes in and kills them all. Gangplank looks to tank the tower and actually takes a huge chunk out of Ganked by Mom. They don't have minions yet, so they're taking quite a bit of damage from the tower. They could just push down this mid lane and end the game. The only person remaining is Ziggs, and he doesn't have enough damage to clear all the minions. Alistar flash pulverize. In comes the dive, and they do manage to kill Ziggs, and that's certainly the game. Well played by red team. Recognizing they do have the stronger late game team and essentially denying all chances for blue team to force an engage. In the end, an 81.5k gold versus 67k. It's quite a huge lead. Well played to both teams. Let's see these damage charts. It's always something important to learn from these endgame screens. Let me see. Do I have... Oh, I don't have this mapped out right now. I guess I haven't set up OBS this far yet. But as somewhat expected, there's a massive amount of damage coming out from Ziggs and Gangplank. And then on second place would be the Tristana and then the Kalista. So damage numbers are roughly as expected. Endgame builds seem to be decent. Kalista went for a Warden's Mail, which is a little interesting as her final item. So well played to both teams. I believe we have another match going on right now. Let me see. Yeah, if you want to see the next match, I believe Mogu is hosting it. It is twitch.tv/MoguLol. And let's see, is he streaming a game right now? He should be. And no, he's playing Counter-Strike instead. But that's still quite interesting, so let's hop over to Mogu Lol and watch him play Counter-Strike because he sucks and he's silver. I mean, nothing. Didn't hear from here. I'll probably be ending my stream here. Feel free to follow. I do stream occasionally, but extremely rarely, and it's mostly probably going to be solo queue adventures in low diamond. Maybe some ranked 5s or 3v3. And I will see you guys later. Thanks for watching and bearing with my very shitty casting. This is my second time ever casting a game or even thinking about it. So if you have any criticisms or tips and tricks, maybe if you want, feel free to send them over to me on Facebook. I'm Richard Lin on Facebook, or just send me a private message on Twitch. Either one works. Thanks for watching, and see you guys probably tomorrow if I end up casting another.